Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Today we are doing a pick a card reading for the full moon in Aquarius. So full moons are all about celebrating our successes, whether they be big or small, and it's a time where our psychic and our intuitive powers are amplified. So we might be feeling a little bit more connected to our spiritual side of things, the non-physical, that which we cannot see, but trust that is there. So honor your intuition, and especially the time of Aquarius where it's more important to follow your own intuition and make decisions based on what's best for you rather than listening to the advice of others, and it's going to serve you better during this time. And around this time, it's where we can really start to see where our talents and our gifts are, and we can really hone in on them and bring them out to the world, and focus on them a little bit more and put a little bit more priority into strengthening our talents and our spiritual gifts. It's also a time where we're feeling more like compassionate and less selfish and more modest and just comfortable with who we are as a whole. So honor yourself during this time. You are wonderful just as you are. So just remember that and do what you love, follow your heart, and you are going to have a wonderful Aquarius season. So we are going to start with pile number 1. So this is Tree Agate, which is very helpful for connecting us with nature and with higher realms of consciousness that relates to the plant kingdom, and it also allows us to stream the higher vibrational consciousness through us, and it's a very healing and grounding stone too. And then we have this green calcite, which is actually really good for your bones. It's great for opening the heart chakra, having this sense of like receptivity and oneness and forgiveness also. And then this is Criscola, and Criscola is a very potent stone for allowing you to be creative and to let your expression shine through your creations, and expressing yourself through music, through art, through spoken or sung word. So let's get right into it. We'll start with pile number 1. All right, so the brother in darkness. Whenever negative energy is present, Whenever negative energy is present, it is a sign that we are ready to move more deeply into our divine feminine power. You shall overcome any negative energy with grace and triumph. Stay in your heart. There is no need to be afraid. So with this, we have the awareness of the energy that's surrounding us, and we will more deeply be able to recognize, what is more lower vibrational and what is higher vibrational, and not needing to participate in that lower vibrational energy, and understanding and having the awareness of when it arises, and knowing when to distance yourself from that situation, or even take the conversation or situation and move it into a more higher vibrational state, maybe by bringing more awareness to what's going on for others, or to even just change a conversation and move it into a better higher place. So whenever we notice that we are in this more negative energy, we are having the awareness that we are ready to move more deeply into our power, and that we can face any difficult circumstances with faith, with trust that everything is going to be all right, and that there are always solutions that are readily available for us. We just need to be open to receive them, and to be able to kind of pull ourselves out from the nitty-gritty bits of being within the circumstance, to just kind of expand your awareness out and see things from an objective point of view, so that you have a more clear perception of what's taking place, and you can get out of that emotional space where, sometimes we make rash decisions based on those emotions. So being able to distance yourself and create, a space of being, so that you're able to be more objective, might be more helpful when you're coming into circumstances that are a little bit more heavy in nature. And this card is saying, like, stay in your heart. There's no need to be afraid. You are increasing your awareness, and with any difficult circumstance that comes up, there's always a solution. And just kind of distancing yourself from that situation to just get a broader perspective of what's going on. You're going to be able to deal with these situations much easier, and by doing so, you are using your divine feminine power. So we also have Queen of Wands. Amazing. So the Queen of Wands is a very spiritual card. She has complete faith that everything is working out as it's meant to. She's in this place of growth and expansion, using her situations and experiences of the past to gain wisdom and to help others through these experiences that she's learned. She's very highly intuitive, and she emanates this vibration of the sun. As you can see with this bright yellow, she's in her soul purpose. She gets inspired by life around her. She is motivated and she is confident, and she uses her intuition to guide her decisions, and she uses her intuition to pick up on the energies surrounding, so that she really knows what's happening on all levels, and not just what's being perceived at face value. And the sign of her cat just shows how intuitive she is, and because cats themselves are very intuitive and they can see and pick up on energy, so this is just showing how intuitive and how sensitive you are to the energy around you. And just by recognizing this, having the awareness of it, you can begin to notice and observe the energy that's taking place around you, and kind of understand it. Having that recognition of the awareness and what's around you in your daily life, you can shift the frequency and the vibration around you, depending on the decisions you make, and how you communicate to people, and how you just show up, and how you just are, and how you deal with situations that come up. And by being in your power and having this confidence and this knowing of who you are, and understanding the energy around you, you find great power and strength, and you are able to lift up even some pretty you can lift up these darker circumstances in your life and shift the energy around you, which is amazing. And then we have Archangel Michael. Keep your eyes on your targeted intention. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me focus on my inner vision and intention. I ask for your guidance in releasing any fears or doubts, granting me the confidence and courage to take action toward realizing my dreams. Beautiful. So in this card here, we have it's like a call for clarity. So thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me focus on my inner vision and intention. So what is it that you want to experience? What is the inner vision that you have for yourself? Where do you want to see yourself down the road? And what intentions can you set for yourself now that will help guide you on the way there? And I ask guidance in releasing any fears or doubts. So calling in the angels to help you release these fears and doubts about your intention, or your vision not coming true. Like sometimes there's these subconscious blocks that we have within ourselves that prevent us from experiencing really what we truly want. So this is asking the angels to come in to help you release any fears and doubts so that you can have the confidence and courage to take those actions, to set your intention so that you can move towards your dreams. So that's beautiful. Ask the angels to come in. They are more than willing to come and help you, but we are in a world of free will, so you must state that you are inviting them into your energy to help guide you, to help release your fears, to help you set intentions, to bring about your dreams and your desires and your goals. Awesome. And then we have Ascended Master Lao Tzu and Zinsight, Descending Power. Beautiful. So this is a vibrant red color. So red symbolizes the root chakra, and the root chakra is all about grounding, feeling stable, secure, provided for, nourished, and nurtured. So we're going to take a further look. We bring you the blessing of descending power. This is a powerful downward current of energy that allows for manifestation, for strengthening of the spiritual connection to the body, and of bringing your light to the earth. In the spiritual tradition, there is much emphasis on energy rising, yet without the balance of descending power, you will feel lost in your mind, scattered in your thinking, and frustrated in your efforts to see the inspired ideas you receive translated into completed tasks in the physical world. The uprising power helps you shift frequencies and access inspiration, whilst the descending power helps you ground to create. There is a time and a place for both the rising and descending currents of divine energy. You are guided to attend at this time to the descending power to make best progress on your life journey. There are entire modalities in the spiritual path dedicated to raising of the vital energies from the lower to the upper chakras. For those that are anchored in the material world, cannot connect with genuine inner feeling of the heart, lack sensitivity to subtle energies, and perhaps have closed off their mind to the worlds of spirit beyond what they can perceive through their five senses. Then this is useful indeed. Raising energy will help dislodge fearful attachment to the earth plane and allow the presence of spirit to become more real. Whilst new ideas and inspirations can impress themselves upon the mind, however, what about those already upwardly mobile? Spiritually speaking, such people already have open and stimulated higher chakras. This tends to mean having an open mind and often some kind of belief in spirit or a philosophy of some sort that works for them, that helps them feel they have some sort of purpose or valuable contribution to make to the world, even if they are working out the details of what that contribution or purpose may be. They often have more ideas than they know what to do with. They perceive a lot and are often sensitive to energy, including the thoughts and feelings of other people, animals, of even the earth itself. Yet, there can be frustration in translating those extraordinary perceptions into material reality in the form of projects, tasks, and clear sense of purpose made practical. These people will already feel moved by their hearts and have words of wisdom to express. What they need is to be drawn down into the world to be able to find a form through which they can share their spiritual treasures, not pushed upwards for more when what already exists has not been put to full use. This is the gift of descending power. It is the reorientation for the more spiritually inclined and those that need more physical energy after an illness, long emotional struggle, or other challenge, so that vitality can be generated. It brings clarity and refreshment to the mind and allows for the body to feel really alive, joyful, and in sensual appreciation for manifest creation. The air on the skin, the scent of the flowers, the beautiful sounds of birds calling, or the sight of a powerful tree. To be able to take in sensory healing from the physical world requires the downward current. There must be descending power for you to feel grounded, to be able to act in constructive and practical ways to support your inspired ideas, and to fall in love with life, not just in the fantasy of what could be. Descending power gives you energy, peace, happiness, and a sense of connection and presence in the world. The descending power begins with intention. Any kind of grounding is an act of will, especially of those that find it easier to fly free and soar amongst the stars, the world of ideas, or the realms of subtle energies. The best way to access the gift of descending power is to put your mind in your lower body. For some, this will feel nearly impossible at first, but it will become easy with practice. Do not become dissuaded if you find this is the case for you. You have accomplished awareness in the upper chakras, something that is truly magnificent and many others are just beginning to work on. Well done. Now you get to bring the joy of spirit down into your body and your world. This is a beautiful journey from the head to the heart to the hips. It helps you feel like your spirit and your soul and your body are all working together in harmony. This creates energy and power for your path. So put your mind, your attention, your awareness in your hips, your belly, your legs, and your feet. Get to know those parts of your body. Talk to them. Tell them you love them. Touch them. Make friends with your lower body. The magnetism of the descending power will then be activated more fully, and all the benefit of this comes to you. To help integrate this guidance, you may like to say this invocation now. So place a hand on your lower belly. I call upon Crystal Angel of Zinsight and Ascended Master Lao Tzu, who love me unconditionally. Thank you for the divine healing blessing of descending power. May I realize the divine power and blessing I have been given through my entire body, especially my lower body. May I love, respect, and pay attention to my lower body as a way to pull the divine light of spirit into my soul and then into the world. I ask specifically to feel the loving radiance and grounding empowerment of Crystal Kingdom beneath my feet. Please help me through unconditional grace to fully activate the descending power so divine light, love, and grace may manifest itself in the world. May I be present and embodied divinity through unconditional love and my own free will, so be it. Visualize, imagine, and feel or pretend a circle of cool, dark earth energy extending around your hips. It is rich, full of life force, like the healthiest soil of Mother Earth. That circle of energy feels good to you. As you relax and focus lightly on the circle of energy around your hips, the spiritual energy of your upper chakras begins to soften and drop down into the present moment. This is relaxing and brings you in a feeling of clarity and energy. Stay with this process for a few breaths. If you cannot visualize it, don't worry. Just intend or pretend that the circle is there, and it will be, even if you don't see it or feel it. When you are ready, say aloud, I choose. I choose of my own free will through this and any lifetime and through all layers of my entire being to release any fear or resistance to incarnation, to grounding, and to manifesting my light in the physical world. I love my body and the physical world. It is a sacred home for the light of spirit to shine within. I choose to be present to the joy of life, experiencing sensual healing through embracing life in all its mystery. May all beings who have been frightened by life in any way be healed through divine grace, so they can be open and receive the loving gift of life. Through divine grace and unconditional love, so be it. Then bring your palms towards your heart center. Bow your head and say, may divine love activate the descending power in all who can benefit from it now, according to divine grace and in service to the great divine plan of love unfolding, so be it. I ground myself in the loving embrace of Mother Earth. My light descends to earth as an act of love. I ground myself in the loving embrace of Mother Earth. My light descends to earth as an act of love. I ground myself in the loving embrace of Mother Earth. My light descends to earth as an act of love. So go ahead and use that little mini meditation Imagine, beautiful energy, red, vibrant energy, or that damp, like earthy soil type of energy around your hips, moving down and towards your feet and grounding your feet into the earth. You can lie on the ground outside, you can sit outside, put your feet in the dirt or the grass or in water, anything that will help you submerge yourself into the elements to help ground your energy and ground your body, allowing your spirit to move through your body and anchor you into the earth. So I hope that you heard what you needed to hear. Have a wonderful full moon in Aquarius, and I will see you in the next video. Hello, group 2. So here we have our Queen Calcite. Proper burial for freedom. There is nothing to be gained and everything to be lost by trying to hold on to which no longer serves us. Osiris, Lord of the Dead, guides you now to release that which no longer needs to be part of your life so that you may be free. Beautiful. So there are circumstances and situations and experiences that we've had that have just kind of like held a grip on us, and our minds just keep going back to that situation. And it's important to be aware of what happened, extract those lessons and bits of wisdom from the experience, but then ultimately letting it go, forgiving yourself or the people that were involved, so that you can lay it to rest and move on, because we can't welcome new things in when our space is taken up with things that aren't serving us. It's important to let go so you can create this space to welcome in new beginnings and new blessings into your life that will serve you, that will feel good, and that will make you feel whole. Alright, we have the Five of Cups. So in the Five of Cups card, this man is paying attention to the spilled cups when there's 2 cups that are still full just behind him, but he's putting his focus on to what has fallen, to what he's lost. And in this card here, it's really saying that we need to forget about these spilled cups. We need to let go of the spilled cups because we have blessings that are here waiting for us, things that will really make us happy and fulfilled that we're ignoring and we aren't focusing on because we are so stuck looking back and just focusing on the sadness and the loss of things of the past, regrets. And by focusing on these losses, we can't fully experience the blessings of what's still around, what has the power to fulfill us that we just aren't putting any focus on. So these cards together is really confirmation of you just really need to let go of things that aren't serving you so you can experience greater happiness and well-being and fulfillment by focusing on what is going right and what is serving you rather than what is not. And we have, your children are watched over by angels. Dear guardian angel of my children, born and unborn, thank you for watching over my children and ensuring their happiness and safety. Please guide me so that I know the best ways to be a good parent and role model for my own and other people's children. Beautiful. So this is saying that, your loved ones, your children, born or unborn, are safe. They are held in a space of love. And this card is saying that by allowing the angels in, allowing for them to stream guidance through you, that you will become a very good role model for not only your children, born or unborn, but also for the next generation, the kids and the children of others. So by allowing, higher consciousness to move through you, you have you are able to have a huge impact on that next generation of these little beautiful minds that are growing, and they are the future. So by being the best that you can be, you will encourage and inspire the children of the next generation to do the same, to be inspired, to move mountains, to dream big, and to follow their hearts and make a difference in the world. And we have Ascended Master Mary Magdalene and Aqua Aura Quartz, Divine Alchemy. Beautiful. So this is a card of the throat chakra because it is all blue. So blue helps us be our authentic and most genuine selves. It allows us to express ourselves fully without hurting others. It allows us to, speak what's on our minds and express ourselves in a way that is fulfilling, expressing ourselves through, sung or spoken word, through other types of music, art. Really, the options are endless of how you express yourself, dance, but just finding the way that you express yourself the most. Maybe it's journaling, or, writing, like taping a video of yourself, just talking about your thoughts, your feelings, expressing yourself, doing all the things like this that will help you truly speak your truth. All right. So, Ascended Master Mary Magdalene and Aqua Aura Quartz, Divine Alchemy. We bring you the blessing of divine alchemy. Divine alchemy is the art of transmutation, the application of spiritual consciousness to physical form, so profound that an entirely new form evolves. It is irreversible change. It is the coal transformation into the diamond, the lead of sleeping matter awakened into the radiant gold of consciousness. Successful alchemical transformation requires patience, courage, and a belief in the power of spirit above all else. The radical and permanent transformation effected by divine alchemy may seem miraculous to the outsider viewing the changed form, yet the alchemist knows that when spiritual consciousness meets physical matter, the world will never be the same again. Alchemists have often been considered eccentric. They appear to labor on tasks the mainstream either don't comprehend or consider impossible. Yet the alchemists of old and modern-day spiritual alchemists are the ones who see reality most clearly and understand divine power most accurately. They know the healing, transformational power of divine energy is beyond any limitation the mind can conceive. This is why they never assume that something is impossible. They are open to the workings of divine will and how healing can best happen, which is not always in the ways one might expect. They do not see reality as fixed and the material world as a solid, impenetrable, unchanging form. They know that all creation is energy, and energy can change form. When higher consciousness is applied to the energy, the form which evolves is one of shining divine beauty. The sole task of divine alchemists, whether they think of themselves in those terms or not, is to repair the damage that fear-based consciousness has generated in the world. A divine alchemist may do this with a focus on environmental or socio-economic issues, or through the arts, creative expression, healing work with the body, mind, and soul, or through cooking and educating others about nourishment. Alchemists may do their work on the greater human collective powerfully but behind the scenes. They may do this by bringing higher consciousness into their own being and then allowing it to permeate their work in the corporate, financial, legal, or political sectors, or in the worlds of marketing and media, where their elevated spiritual frequency is so very needed at this time. No matter what realm you enter, your soul has the ability to trigger alchemical change. Whether you are always conscious of it or not, your presence is helping to repair bodies, minds, hearts, and souls from the terror that has been conditioned into them over lifetimes. You are helping to heal the doubt, fear-based habits, and self-destructive behavioral patterns that plague the human collective psyche. You are here to apply love, higher understanding, and wisdom to the world. In application of that higher consciousness, alchemy begins. And in time, genuine divine beauty rises up out of the sacred fires of transformation. The ugly duckling realizes it is a swan. Alchemy always starts with the alchemist. It is will, in belief that empowers the alchemist to continue with their sacred work, even if it is misunderstood or dismissed by those that don't know any better. When the oracle of divine alchemy comes to you, you are being advised that something in your world, perhaps even in your body, is going to be blessed with a healing transformation so profound it can never be undone. The spiritual repair is to not simply do a patch-up job, but a profound reconstruction that will change the substance, quality, and consciousness of that physical world reality. There will be a purging and a reconstruction. This oracle also comes to you with a message for your alchemical empowerment. Whatever you want to change in your physical world can change. What is needed is a commitment to consciousness, growth, and unconditional trust in the process. Don't give up until it is as you would wish it to be. You must believe in yourself and in the divine, you must believe in yourself and in the power of the divine. The art of the divine alchemy will express itself through you and the world around you shall be blessed by its healing power. To integrate this guidance, you may like to say this now. So bring your hands and just put them in prayer position above your heart. I call upon the crystal angel of Aqua Aura Quartz and Descended Master Mary Magdalene, who love me unconditionally. Thank you for the healing blessing of divine alchemy. May I be gifted with unassailable faith in the complete healing transformation possible with higher consciousness. May that which has been damaged be repaired. May the consciousness that has been diminished be revived into unconditional love. May all divine alchemists that serve unconditional love be empowered, supported, sustained, inspired, and motivated in their work until they manifest the divine potential, seeking to be liberated through their service. Through divine will and my own free will, so be it. And then say, I choose of my own free will through this and any lifetime and through all layers of my entire being to release any doubt or fear of my ability to know and embody higher consciousness. I choose to place unconditional trust in the loving transformational power of consciousness and cultivate my own awareness daily, aligning it into unconditional love. May the blessing of divine alchemy restore my physical reality into absolute alignment with divine will and unconditional love. May all divine alchemists be so empowered that together we can create heaven on earth for all through divine grace and unconditional love, so be it. May divine alchemy prevail and restore all of creation to its authentic shining glory, according to divine compassion and in service to the great divine plan of love unfolding, so be it. Through my surrendered service, divine alchemy heals and transforms me and my world. Through my surrendered service, divine alchemy heals and transforms me and the world. Through my surrendered service, divine alchemy heals and transforms me and the world. Beautiful. So this just shows that, not everything is concrete and things can be shifted, and it all starts with consciousness and awareness and knowing that it is possible and trusting yourself, trusting the process, and knowing that everything is going to work out just as it's meant to. So I hope that you heard what you needed to hear, group 2. This was a beautiful reading. I love all the kind of like blue energy of these cards. It is really like showing, it's time to express yourself. It's time to fully be you in your authentic and genuine power, and to let go of circumstances that have been holding you back, because you deserve the very best. I'm sorry about all the background noises. I know that can be a little bit annoying, but I hope you were able to hear those messages through that all, and I'm wishing you all the best and a wonderful full moon in Aquarius, and I will see you again in the next video. Hello, group 3. So we have Crystal, and this is a beautiful stone for creation and for allowing, your music and any art to shine through you so you can express yourself through these things. And it's a green, bluish stone, so green is really great for the heart chakra and allowing for forgiveness, openness, and it's allowing for us to love ourselves and to be grateful for who we are. but also it allows us to express ourselves fully because it is kind of like that bluish kind of color for communication or authenticity and being genuine. So we have Knot of Isis. Part of your spiritual destiny involves a special relationship with the goddess. This means that not only do you have the important spiritual task of helping her thrive in this world, but you are afforded her power, protection, and abundance too. You are now deepening your connection to the goddess. So this card is saying that, you have a special relationship with the spirit world and with the goddess, so with that feminine energy. And this means that you have the ability to help this feminine strong consciousness to move through you and be reflected out into this physical world. And so this is a spiritual task that you have. So in being afforded her power, you are also helping this consciousness thrive in the world, in this physical realm. And this power also comes with protection and abundance. And now you are beginning to see this connection to the divine, this connection to this feminine wisdom, this goddess energy. So this is an amazing card to have. And remember that, there is so much more into this world than what we can physically see. So pay attention to your feelings and really, honor the power that you have within you, because we are all very, very powerful beings. And it is a matter of knowing that we are and not letting our limitations stop us from seeing this beautiful, strong energy that we have, the power to move mountains, the power to change our world for the greatest good of all. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is in reverse. So what this means to me is this Knight of Pentacles really depends on what is in the physical, what is in the tangible, what you can see, touch, feel. And because this card is in reverse, it's showing that there is an awareness of an awareness of the energy that lies beyond the physical planes, that lies in a non-tangible way. This realm of spiritual matter, knowing that our minds and matter can change form. And by having this awareness that there's so much more than the physical realm, there is so much more to this planet than that we can really see, touch, and feel. And when we begin to observe, the energy, tune into these subtle energies, you are able to open yourself up to a whole nother world, a whole nother frequency or dimension, because you are able to expand out your awareness. You are be able to see this broader perspective that doesn't put you in a box, that goes way beyond this physical realm of what we can see. For example, when the fan is spinning fast, you can't see the fan because it's spinning so fast. But if you were spinning just as fast as the fan, you would be able to see that blade spinning. So it's the same thing. We can only see in our reality to the extent of the level that we're vibrating. So once we open up to these subtle energies that are in this world, we will begin to notice the difference, the changes in our reality that will reflect this unseen world of energy. So the higher your frequency, the higher your vibration, the more you will be able to be in contact with this non-physical realm, the more you will be able to see these types of energies, to feel them when they're around you, and to know from this this inner knowing from your intuition, your third eye. So keep this in mind. You are already on this path, and this card shows that there is more than what meets the eye. There is more to this world than just the physical. And having this card in reverse really reflects that knowing. So, yay! You're beginning to see and feel these energies more strongly within you and around you, and that is truly amazing. Focus upon divine and perfect health. God and Archangel Michael, thank you for continuously reminding me to focus upon perfect health and for guiding my actions so that they support my well-being. Beautiful. So, what we believe about ourselves, what we believe, absolutely influences what we perceive in this world, in this physical plane. So, if you are focusing on the negative aspects in your life that are creating unwellness, that is going to be perpetually thrown at you and given to you because that's what you're looking for. It's what you're programming into your mind. Now, if you focus on divine and perfect health, there is no other way but for the universe to show you true, divine, perfect health. And this will manifest in many different ways once you are open to believing, trusting, and knowing that you have the power within you. Your thoughts are power, your mind is power. And by changing the thoughts within your mind, you can absolutely change the response in your body. Just like when you see a scary movie, your heartbeat starts to race. Your body is directly influenced from your mind. And for example, like when you're watching a scary movie, that what you're seeing is being reflected like in your heart rate. Maybe you're sweating, maybe you can't look. Like your body is responding to what you're seeing, where your thoughts are. Just like if you see something, gross on the TV, then you might get a little bit sick to your stomach. Like you're gonna have that physical response because of what you're seeing. So it's really important to be conscious and aware of what you're fueling your mind with, what you're listening to, what you're watching, because your subconscious is picking up on like so many things in just a couple seconds, like millions of things that it's picking up on without you realizing, and this can begin to program your mind. So it's really important. And there's things that like little things that you could be watching that are just planting these little seeds within you, and you're just not even realizing it. You're absorbing this information without even knowing. So by being conscious of your thoughts and what's going on in your mind, you are able to have that awareness to shift things when they arise. And let's say you keep having like a negative thought. Okay, observe the negative thought for what it is, where it's coming from, but in that moment have a positive thought to counter that. Having this language like, oh, I'm sick and tired of that, oh, that's a pain in the ass. All these things are programming your mind so that they can show up in the physical by being sick and tired, by having a pain in the ass. So it's so important what you're saying to yourself, what you're thinking. It is so, so important. So as you begin to focus on your divine and perfect health must show up in your reality, because this is how the universe works, through the law of attraction. So by taking action and making choices that reflect having divine and perfect health, so it will be. You will be able to live and experience that. But it does take practice and consistency to have the awareness and to be able to shift that level of consciousness, so that you are being aware of your thoughts, so that you are seeding your mind with these positive thoughts of divine and perfect health, so that can be reflected in your reality. Ascended Master Serapis Bay and Clear Calcite, Karmic Grace. Beautiful. So this is representing the crown chakra, and the crown chakra is the top chakra, it's the 7th chakra, and it is really about being open to this higher level of awareness and consciousness, and it allows us to stream this higher level of awareness and consciousness through us, through our connection to source, through our connection to the divinity around us. And by being open and receptive to these energies, we can allow it to flow through us. Karmic grace. So let's see what else this card has to say. We bring you the blessing of karmic grace. There are many ways to learn and grow. Some ways are joyful and some are more challenging. Sometimes a challenge can be best resolved through profound struggle that forces you to transform in such a way that you can never go back to what has been. The struggle might have been deeply painful for the mind, body, and emotions, and yet what is gained from that experience is multiplicity of blessings. Personal power, freedom, insight, self-respect, and wisdom. These qualities then help you live a better life where that past pain need not be repeated. Blessings can at other times be gained through joyful experience. Sometimes the struggle is what will bring you the greatest spiritual progress. Sometimes a more joyful path will be how you grow best. The universe loves you with such passion that you shall never be denied what you most need and what shall help you fulfill your divine destiny. The struggles we encounter in life can be challenging enough without adding unnecessary guilt, shame, or judgment into the mix. There are times when the path of life can be easier, more flowing, effortless, and shining with radiant grace. And in those moments, we feel as though we are doing something right, and the universe is affirming and validating us. Everything just falls into place, and we feel blessed. What can be more difficult to accept is that there is grace in the struggle too. The divine, in its infinite love for you, will empower you to fulfill your innate potential. For some, that may be a gentler journey of progress, less challenging to the body, mind, and soul. It may be entirely appropriate for a particular soul to be in a lifetime focused on tranquility and feeling supported, rather than being thrown crown chakra first into an upheaval that typically accompanies intense spiritual transformation. There may be times in your life, even if you are one of the souls here to experience the challenge that frequently accompanies accelerated spiritual growth, where your path is gentler, brighter, more effortless. When this happens, it is what will serve you best. Even the most intense paths that include experiences of trauma or abuse, perhaps especially those paths, will need times of lightness and joy. Your life path will unfold in whatever way will most benefit your soul growth. What you need to remember is not to judge yourself or think that you are doing something wrong when life gets difficult. It is actually a sign that you are going through an accelerated phase of spiritual growth, and the blessings that come from it will be what you need and want the most. There is a temptation to judge oneself in the struggles of life, to wonder, why am I not getting this? Why am I in pain? What am I doing wrong? This must be karma, and then guilt, shame, and judgment make the situation even more difficult. Don't do this to yourself or to others. When there is struggle, there is opportunity for breakthrough to be grasped by the soul. This opportunity can come to you through this method of growth. You'll have other times that are more joyful too, so there is no need to worry. Where much struggle characterizes the earlier phase of their life, preparing them for great work, and a much lighter and more joyful experience in the second half of their life. If you have been puzzled by an experience in your life, a difficulty, or perhaps even effortlessness, and you are trying to make sense of it, relax. Accept that karmic grace bestows upon you the best way to grow and manifest your divinity in every moment. You don't have to understand it, but to accept it and trust it, you need to believe you are truly loved by the universe. To integrate this guidance, you may like to say this invocation now. I call upon the crystal angel of clear calcite and ascended master Serapis Bay, who love me unconditionally. Thank you for the divine healing blessing of karmic grace. I surrender with relief and loving trust into my life experiences now. The struggle and the easier times serve me perfectly. I do not resist. I use my free will to move through every experience afforded, even when it doesn't make sense to me at the time. I accept the gift of karmic grace. May that grace bless the lives of all living beings through unconditional love and my own free will. So be it. And bring your hands and put them in prayer position above your head, like so. I choose of my own free will through this and any lifetime and through all layers of my entire being to be open to the beneficial wisdom of karmic grace. May only the struggles that best serve unconditional love remain, and may the effortless flow of divine grace fill my mind, body, and soul through divine grace and unconditional love. So be it. May karmic grace bless the world with peace. May all beings know they are truly loved, according to divine compassion and in service to the great divine plan of love unfolding. So be it. Karmic grace floods into my life, blessing me in all the ways with peace of mind, body, and soul. Karmic grace floods into my life, blessing me in all the ways with peace of mind, body, and soul. Karmic grace floods into my life, blessing me in all ways with peace of mind, body, and soul. And so it is. Beautiful. There have been the most, I truly love this card because it really speaks to my journey as well, and the most spiritual growth that I've had has come from extremely difficult circumstances. And I remember being in those moments being like, why is this happening to me? And it was for a greater purpose, because I don't know if I would be on the path that I am now had they not happened. And one of the things that catapulted me into this area of my life was when I was skateboarding, learning how to skateboard, and I was taking my first hills, and I did one and it was great, and then I did the other version of the hill and it was steeper and longer, and I just didn't anticipate it, and I ended up going crazily fast down this hill. I was getting crazy speed wobbles, and so I would crouch down, squat down a little bit more, and I would go faster, and I would stand up a little bit higher, and I would get these speed wobbles, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to the grass. I'm gonna have a soft landing. I'm just gonna call it a day. But I didn't know how to jump off the skateboard. I did not know how to jump off. So I went towards the grass, and my feet flung towards the grass, but my hands smashed the pavement, and my face smeared the pavement. My chin was hanging down, my lip was hanging down. I needed stitches. They glued it, which was great, but it's besides the point. I broke my hand. I'm a massage therapist, so I couldn't work for 2 months. And I'm like, I need my hands, my face, you know what I mean? And I'm like, why is this happening, And it was for greater purpose, because during that time when I was off of work, I learned so much about this spiritual realm, and it catapulted me on this journey, on this path right now. It had greater purpose. I needed that to happen, to make me slow down, to make me rest, to make me grow, to make me learn more about myself, more about this realm of spirituality, the unknown. And had I not had that accident, I would not have had the time or the or even a reason maybe to go down that path. So really everything happens for a reason, and sometimes, like this card said, sometimes you need to go through these really challenging experiences so that you can grow, so it can catapult you on the path towards your destiny, to where you're meant to be. Because if you're going in the wrong direction, the universe is going to stop you right in your tracks, for you to slow down, for you to rethink, for you to regroup, to make you learn more about yourself, more so than you have ever done before. And so there is so much wisdom in the journey, and there is so much to learn, and to be open to learning this this kind of thing is really important. To learn more about yourself is important so that you can avoid these circumstances in your life that have to, you know, stop you right in your tracks. Because at the end of the day, it's all for a purpose and it's all for a lesson. So if we can learn these lessons by having that greater awareness and that consciousness, then we can avoid some truly traumatic experiences. So honor your path, honor your journey, trust yourself, trust the process, and know that you are doing a fantastic job. Welcome to the spiritual realm. Welcome to the unknown. Happy full moon in Aquarius. I hope you have the most wonderful full moon, and I'm wishing you all of the best, and we'll see you in the next video.